What is this catastrophe? Oh my goodness. I gotta take a break. I gotta take a break. Hey, Kobe. I want to start by saying that I love Crossway. They have done so much as a ministry and as a business to promote the gospel. So that's why this review is really hard to do. I'm so frustrated by the decline in quality of the Omega. I've had this Bible a couple weeks, and when you take it out of the box, it feels cheaper. It feels lower quality. It's bigger. In short, it is not an Omega. This is a premium large print thin line reference. It's not worthy of the Omega name. Just not. Not compared to the previous editions of the Omega. It's a nice Bible, but it's not worthy of the name. All right, so I'm about to review this thing, and it's going to be pretty quick and not very great. So just prepare yourself. And don't blame Made in China on this, because the Thomas Nelson editions, the second generation of the Premier Collection, they're all made in China, and they look exceptional. Better paper, better cover, everything better than this. It's just frustrating to me because I'm an ESV guy, and to see Crossway go from, in 2015, their Omega, which is the best one. It was on par with the Schuyler Quintel, the PSQ that was about to come out. It's on the same level of quality as those Bibles in 2015. And now the newest edition of the Omega is not that. It's comparing Chevy to Cadillac or Lexus to Toyota. It's a complete step down in quality. Again, it's not a bad Bible. It's a very nice Bible, just like a Chevy's a very nice vehicle or Toyota's a very nice vehicle, but it's not a Cadillac or a Lexus. It's not a Schuyler or an Allen, where 4 years ago, it would have been comparable. So let's take a look at this thing. All right, here it is. This is the new Omega. And right off the bat, the goat skin is nice, but doesn't feel as nice as the Youngblood natural grain goat skin. The liner doesn't have that softness. It's very almost plasticky feel. I know that it's a calf skin liner. It just doesn't have that quality feel. It is edge lined, but you have like really just not very good corner work. I mean, it's just really mishmashed. It looks very amateur hour. All right, so let's just run through this Bible really quickly. All right, so when you open it up, you can see the liner, the gilt line on the interior, the edge line tab. It does have a sewn perimeter. You have a few sheets of blank cardstock before you get to your presentation page and your legacy pages. Here's your title page. The paper's thicker. It's definitely thicker. It's like a 36 GSM paper, but it's just not as high a quality paper. You have just as much ghosting in the 28 GSM paper that was used in the Omega produced by Youngblood as you do in this 36-ish GSM paper. And I'm not sure exactly what the GSM is, but it does feel heavier, but it's not as high quality. You still have the same amount of opacity. All right, and right here you can see it's a 2019 production, and it's printed in China, also produced in China by R.R. Donnelly. Your contents, preface, here's your features, Old Testament. All right, so here is the the Omega layout. You can see the amount of ghosting that you have. It's not that dissimilar from previous editions of the Omega, but you just think this Bible is at least a 1/4 inch thicker than the previous editions of the Omega. It's just not, it's not what you would expect. You would expect a little bit better. If the Bible's going to be thicker, you would expect it to be a much higher quality paper, a better readability, and it's just not that. Again, you have the art gilding. It's very faint, but it's more of a rust color, which I actually like the color. I don't mind the color. I think that this color is a little bit better than the salmon color that they've used from Youngblood. I like this color, and it's evenly done. Good job on the art gild, and the gilding is fairly nice. You can see here in Matthew, it's a black letter text. All right, when we get to the end of Revelation, you have a weights and measures, and then you have your concordance. The concordance is nice. I have no complaints. It's the same concordance that they've always used. And then you get to maps on glossy cardstock. It is just so disheartening. Glossy cardstock, and even these already have wrinkles in them. Brand new, like seriously brand new. Glossy cardstock wrinkles so easily. These need to be Bible paper or thick cardstock or something that's not glossy. After the glossy cardstock debacle maps, you have your end sheet and then your back liner. And this back liner is it's nice. It's not bad. I've seen worse. But it's just not the peak pinnacle of quality that you would expect from a Bible named the Omega. You have goatskin leather imprinted into the back liner. And again, you can see these horrendous corners. It's just very, very poor craftsmanship. These issues come from poor oversight. It's not about made in China. I've seen really, really nice Bibles made in China. A lot better than this. This is a Crossway mistake. This is not a made in China mistake. All right, so the spine is, it's fairly nice. Once you get past the lower grade of goat skin for the cover, it's just not as nice as what you've been used to. Like right here, you can see this wrinkle in the leather on the end. It doesn't feel as luxurious. The ribs are still a little short. They were short on the premium thin line. They're short on the Omega. This Bible is about a 1/4 inch thicker, so it's heavier. The paper's denser, so it's heavier. It is a heavier Bible. It's roughly the same thickness as an Allen NCR, the same weight. Where the Omega traditionally was a little more portable, it's not the case for this edition. Again, you have 4 ribbons. Garbage ribbons, 4 garbage ribbons. That's what should be on the description. And all of these things are little quality control oversights that make a Bible go from great to good, and then from good to and that's what's happened. All right, so I don't want to make this video like super long, so I'm going to cut it off there. I'm going to create a separate video comparing the various editions of the Omega and how they've kind of started going downhill as time progresses. This is a ship that has got to be righted by Crossway. And you saw this kind of thing happen with Foundation, and I'd hate to see that same thing happen with Crossway. A focus on the bottom dollar and making things cheaper rather than a focus on making things better and relying on your customer base to appreciate the quality. Retail price is the same. That's what's crazy. The retail price on this edition is the exact same as it was when it was a much better product. So if you're in the market for an Omega, be sure that you are knowing what you're getting. If you had an Omega that was produced in the Netherlands by Youngblood, you might be getting a Chinese one. And from what I'd heard, the only people that had any of the Youngblood produced editions left is going to be the Evangelical Bible. I'm going to post links for this edition because you might like this and take my opinion with a grain of salt. So And like I said, this is a nice Bible. It's just not what it was. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and click the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And as always, God bless.